a different accent. You can call me Bruno. He call me Suno. Superintendent's people. So make sure you feel snatched like you playing Uno. We in here like we already been here. His glory taking over, hypnotizing the whole atmosphere. The whole atmosphere. Let it rain power take over the whole place like the popos at the mall. And we joking the spirit if you ain't physically with it. I'm in my zone and I'm sipping on liquor party and Clintons. Yes, I'm about to earn the fact I'm a marching with Christ like so I'm running and yes, I'm making moves and bitch, what? You never thought that I was simple, mad lie. Turn your old favorite show into this. Don't it not? Black nights, rubber balls around the sun.
For Greenville University encourages and promotes good sportsmanship for the student athletes, coaches, and spectators. It is our request that you support the officials and participants in tonight's contest in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, or sexist comments, or other derogatory actions directed at student athletes, coaches, officials, or team representatives will not be tolerated. There are grounds for removal from Page Gymnasium. In addition, tobacco products or alcoholic beverages are not permitted. Thank you for your cooperation with these policies.
Let that be.
Good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to the beautifully renovated Hayes Gymnasium here on the campus of North Greenville University, where Christ makes the difference. For today's regular season matchup between the Bruins of Bob Jones University and your North Greenville Crusaders. At this time, we ask that you please rise to the invocation presented tonight by North Greenville women's volleyball player Rachel Hutchinson. Remain standing as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Dear Lord, thank you for just bringing us here today and just giving us another day. I pray, Lord, that you just help us find joy through our struggles in this coming time of exams. And I pray, Lord, that you just keep us safe and these athletes safe as they compete today and just bring glory to you. In Jesus' name, amen.
That's not my national. Crusaders! Yeah! Woo! Yeah!
Right now, for the starting lineups. First, for the visiting Bruins. At guard, number 2, Justin Matthews. At guard, number 3, Nate Ellingwood. At guard, number 21, Dustin Keogh. At guard, number 22, Marshall Riddle. At forward, number 55, Corey Turner. The head coach of the Bruins is Dr. Neil Reed. He's assisted by Andrew Wingreen, Dr. Tony Martin, and Trevor Martin. And now, make some noise for your North Greenville Crusaders! That guard, a 6'3" sophomore from Weaverville, North Carolina. The pretty boy, number 4, Daniel Burchett. That guard, a 6'2" junior from Greer, South Carolina. Your hometown hero, number 5, Matt Moore. At point guard, a 6'1" senior, all the way from Puerto Rico. Number 15, Miguel Reyes Cartagena. At forward, a 6'6" junior from Panama City, Florida. White chocolate, number 24, Tommy Wade. And at center, a 6'8" senior from Panama City, Florida. The Giant John Josh Miller, James Pryor.
And welcome back to game number 2 on this doubleheader night here at Hayes Gymnasium. As we get set for the second game, North Greenville taking on Bob Jones. Grace Sullivan with Dave Parsons set to bring you this non-conference action. Dave, the women just wrapped up about half an hour ago. They were victorious, and now the men are going to try and sweep Bob Jones here in this doubleheader.
Yeah, it'd be good to get both teams to have a victory tonight. The Lady Crusaders had no problem earlier this evening with the Lady Bruins, and we'll see what the men can do. Hopefully they'll be able to repeat the way they played the other night. I was real impressed with them.
Injury note to take care of first. Number 1, Danico Jackson. Saw him go down with a knee injury. He is on crutches on the sideline. Do not know how long he will be out, but it does appear significant enough that he will miss a few weeks of action, and the Crusaders are certainly going to miss that freshman on the court floor. As we are underway, the giant John Jinks wins the tip-off, and now goes to Miguel Reyes Cartagena. Back to Jinks at the free throw line. Jinks to Cartagena for 3. Got it, and we are underway.
Great start for the Crusaders now. Give them a little confidence going in.
And now the first look for the Bruins of Bob Jones, and it's a good one. In for 2, Marshall Riddle cuts the lead to 1.
Textbook give and go that time, right up underneath the basket. Good play.
Now Cartagena around Jinks, inside the circle, fadeaway 2, no good. Rebounded by the Bruins, but a foul called. North Greenville comes into tonight 2-0 after a win against Coker, and then a overtime 3-point victory against Newberry in the Conference Carolina South Atlantic Tip-Off Challenge. Bob Jones 1-6 on a 3-game losing streak, 0-2 on the road. Jinks gets inside, puts up the shot, misses, no good, but a foul is called.
I look for Jinks to get off a little bit earlier tonight. He's trying to get things going. He's the leader in points so far with 38 on the year, and points per game average 19.
Yeah, granted, you've only played 2 games, but that 19 points per game average is pretty solid.
He's also 14 from 16 from the field, 875 average.
And he's on the board here tonight with a free throw.
Crusaders three-pointer is Matt Moore. He is running an average of 600%.
Jinks 2 for 2 on the trip, and North Greenville leads 5-2. Now Bob Jones takes it quickly down the field. Fadeaway jumper from Riddle, no good. Jinks on the rebound. Hands it off to Moore. Moore back the other way. Into front court. Fires a pass to Cartagena. Cartagena sets up the pick. Cartagena to Moore, underneath to Jinks. Jinks spins around his blocker, almost got the roll, but didn't, but got his own rebound, and a new shot clock for Moore. Now Daniel Burchett for 3, too much, no good. Rebounded by Justin Matthews of the Bruins. Matthews brings it into front court all the way over to Dustin Kilo. Now up top on the way from Ellenwood, no good. And more rebounds. Now Cartagena. Now up for Tommy Wade. Wade dishes it in good.
Number 24, Tommy Wade, off the assist of Cartagena.
Crusaders be looking for the big boys underneath tonight, right underneath the basket.
North Greenville not wasting any time trying to force a turnover like the women's team has done. Daniel Burchett providing the pressure as Bob Jones trying to go underneath. They had Corey Turner, but he couldn't get the shot. Now a 3 on the way is good from Dustin Kilo, and the Bruins are down 2. Cartagena goes over to Moore on the left side, now up top of the circle to Jinks. Right side for Burchett. Burchett down the middle lane, up for 2, no good, but he is fouled.
Foul number 2, Justin Matthews. His first team
I
third.
look for number 21, Justin Dotson, to be coming off the bench pretty soon. He leads the team in three-point shots attempted at 14 so far this year.
And Burchett can't get the first one to fall. Now, Bob Jones' schedule says they are only 1-6, but if you look down the schedule listing, they have 2 wins, one against USC Salkehatchie and the other against Johnson University in Tennessee. So
What, was one an exhibition, maybe didn't count?
might have been the Salkehatchie game. As Tommy Wade skies up for the block, and now North Greenville not going to waste any time. Matt Moore resets things for the Crusaders. Cartagena with it now, backs up to the half-court stripe. Jenks, Moore for 3. No good, had the range, and a foul against NGU.
Yeah, Jenks is going to have to watch that over the back stuff. If that ball's not there, go ahead and let him have the rebound.
His first, team first.
And yep, that's why you were right, Dave. That's why Bob Jones was only 1-6. They did beat USC Salkehatchie, but they had 2 what they count as preseason games. One against Spartanburg Methodist and the other against USC Salkehatchie. So even though they did beat the Indians of USC Salkehatchie in that one, it does not count, it looks like, toward their record. And Daniel Burchett with a good move to the basket to put North Greenville up 9-5. Bob Jones with a lot of open space. A 3 is buried from Marshall Riddle.
I just got a feeling, Gray, that the Crusaders were taking Bob Jones kind of lightly, and they're getting surprised right now.
Well, Bob Jones has come tonight to win. Cartagena drives in, lobs it over his shoulder, misses, no good. Now Ellenwood into front court, down the far side. Back to Turner. Turner down the middle around Jenks, and Bob Jones has taken the lead.
Yeah, that once again, Jenks had to watch that foul. He had to let him go. That's an easy basket for Bob Jones. Jenks just couldn't afford the foul right there.
Cartagena down the far side, gives it to Burchett. Burchett, now Jenks, and a foul away from the ball.
Coming to the game for the Crusaders, number 13, Troy Blyden.
Number 13, Troy Blyden comes in, as well as number 10, DJ Brooks.
DJ Brooks was one of our players of the game a few games ago, having taken over that point guard position. Played very well that night.
Yeah, that was the Coker game, I believe. His first regular season experience as a Crusader. As here comes Burchett to Brooks. Brooks spin move, dishes out Blyden. He'll try for 3 at the buzzer, no good. Rebounded by Brooks. Fresh shot clock for NGU.
Nice second effort that time by the Crusaders, staying with the ball.
This game's going to be important, as the women's game was. Same song, second verse when it comes to rebounds. As here's Burchett up top, bobbles it, and he gives it to Cartagena. Shot clock again, running down on him. Burchett gets it, fadeaway jumper, drops in, good. Ellenwood to Matthews in front court. Left side pass. Here come the Bruins, and a foul. Justin Kilo draws the foul. And time will be called on the floor. 14:31 to go. North Greenville leading Bob Jones by 1.
Yeah, again, we remind you that the men's team is a 2-half game as opposed to a 4-quarter game like the women play. We also want to take this time to thank our viewers and listeners on the North Greenville Sports Network, both the NGU fans and those viewing from our competitors. It is our goal at NGU to to bring you all the action and commentary in a fair and impartial way, and to highlight the positive of both teams. Please feel free to invite your friends and family to join us and contact the North Greenville University administrative offices with comments and or suggestions. Remember, you can message us on Ustream, and when we can, we will respond to your call. Please enjoy tonight's action on the North Greenville Sports Network.
And if you like On Wisconsin, or if you're a fan of the Wisconsin Badgers, you are in good shape tonight. North Greenville will be playing that a lot, as that is the fight song, if you will, of the Crusaders. Mr. McIntyre coming over from Burns, a new director of the marching band for football, introduced that, and so here we are. If you're a fan of any other Big Ten team, well, it's going to be a long night. Leading the way early, you've got Daniel Burchett with 4 points. For the Bruins, Killo and Riddle with 3 each.
Offensive foul.
Bruins offensive foul, a good turnover that time. Right along the far side in front of the North Greenville bench.
Cartagena brings it in the front court, fires it to Burchett. Burchett backs his way inside, now gives it to Jinks. Back to Cartagena, up for Jinks on the pass. Jinks trying to spin around his man, puts up the shot, gets it in. And we have another foul.
Number 33, John Jinks.
It's against Jinks.
Yeah, it's a couple fouls on Jinks now. He's got to watch those plays. That foul actually came after the basket.
And the Bruins already back in the front court. Kilo for a long 3, no good. Rebounded though by Riddle. Back out to Ellenwood. He fires a pass to Jason Barnhart, who can't get the roll, and Blyden finally comes up with the ball. Here's Blyden, gives it back to Cartagena. Now Jinks up top, heads left, gives it to Cartagena. And a foul underneath. An offensive foul underneath.
Foul ball number 10, DJ Brooks.
It's against DJ Brooks.
In the game, your Crusaders, number 21, Justin Dotson. And number 22,
Yeah, Justin Dotson in the game now. I look for some of those 3-pointers to start raining up.
Roderick Howell comes in as well. First foul against Brooks, team's third for NGU. Both teams at 3 fouls apiece. As here's Matthews trying to fight his way inside. Back out to Ritt for Kilo for 3, no good. Ball hit out of bounds, and it is Bruins ball.
Rebound deflected out of bounds, controlled by the Bruins.
Inbound to Riddle. Riddle into the corner for Elwood. Elwood brings it out of the corner, trying to spin around Dotson. Goes over to Kilo, and he went underneath, and nobody was home.
Ball is handled. Crusader ball.
Right at the 13-minute mark now in the first half, 13-10 in favor of the Crusaders.
For North Greenville to dictate the pace here. Burchett on the right side. Around Howell at the free throw line. Jumper, no good. Bruins bring it down. Ellenwood takes it himself. He can't get the roll. And Dotson scoops it up. Now Dotson tries to take it himself and gets called for the charge.
Foul ball for 21, Justin Dotson.
Yeah, that was a good call. Bruins had a setup right up at the white stripe there, right underneath the basket. He ran right into the bunch.
So our score is still 13-10. North Greenville leading by a possession. As As the official blows a whistle, foul called against Burchett. His second already. North Greenville's up to 5 team fouls already, and we haven't reached the halfway point of the first half.
Number 5, Matt Moore.
Inbound for Bob Jones, goes to Riddle. Riddle on the right side of the circle, trying to drive in. Fadeaway jumper off the side of the rim. Dotson again scoops it up. Now for Brooks. Brooks will head right, give it to Moore. Back up top to Howell, left side Dotson. All 4 players outside the arc for North Greenville as the 3 from Dotson missed. The only man underneath was Howell. As Bob Jones takes it quickly, the shot rims out from Kilo. And both teams in a bit of a scoring drought. Brooks goes to Moore, right side 3, got it.
That was a good 3 by Moore. That 3-pointer from Dotson was 4 to 5 feet past the arc. A long 3-pointer. I know he takes a lot of 3-pointers, but that was way out. Should have looked for somebody underneath, I believe, on that one.
And Dr. Neil Ring, head coach for Bob Jones, wants a timeout. Head coach Ring is assisted by Andrew Wingring and Dr. Tony Miller. Of course, North Greenville head coach Chad Lister, graduate of Furman. He's assisted by Josh Milner, Jamal Pryor, and Matt Vaughn. With 11:30 to go, North Greenville leads Bob Jones 16-10.
We've seen these leads go away quickly, so Crusaders have to be very careful. It looks like they're not really running their game right now. It's like they're trying to force the issue, and I believe North Greenville's better than what they're showing.
Bob Jones will start with possession out of the timeout. Bruins in front court with Matthews. Matthews left side up top for Kilo. Kilo has more on him. Now they go right for Ellenwood. Ellenwood back up top. Steps outside the circle, goes to Matthews left side. Matthews looks for space, gives it up to Barnhart for 2, off the glass and in.
Yeah, good presence that time, right off the square, right in the basket.
Brooks for NGU in control. Goes left side, Moore. Moore trying to get an open look, does so, takes it, no good. Offensive rebound by Brooks, he takes it in, still no good. Howell tries to go for the rebound, knocks it into the hands of Brooks. Brooks back out for Dotson, 3, got it.
Yep, there's that Dotson 3 again, that's 2 so far since he's coming off the bench.
And now the score is 19-12. And ball's loose, out of bounds off North Greenville, trying to go for that steal like Devontae Powell.
Giving the game to the Bruins, number 55, Corey Turner. Giving the game for the injury, number 15, Cooper George.
And we had a Bruin down, so number 15, Cooper George, will come in. And a quick shot taken by Riddle, too strong. Rebounded by Blyden. And now at the other end, a layup in and good from Dotson. So Dotson 5 points here in the first half already. Up top with Ellenwood, left side for Matthews. Matthews around the circle, now back up top, here's Riddle. Riddle blocked by Brooks. Brooks into front court, heads down the middle. Blyden for Howell, and Howell wasn't looking.
Ball mishandled. Bruins control. Media timeout.
And timeout called upon the floor again. 9:45 to play in the first half. North Greenville leads Bob Jones 21-12. Here on the North Greenville Sports Network.
we're back on the North Greenville Sports Network. Just a brief update on number 21, Dustin Calo from the Bruins, is on the end of the bench. He's getting some medical treatment and nothing serious. It looks like maybe a scratch on the knee that might have drawn a little blood, and the referee asked him to sit down and have that taken care of. He'll be back in shortly, I'm pretty sure.
Coming out of that timeout, turnovers in favor of Bob Jones right now, 3-2. And Burchett and Jinks lead the way for NGU with 4 points, as well as Justin Dotson with 5. For the Bruins, it is still Kilo, who is on the bench, and Riddle. Bob Jones trying to get the shot to fall. They can't. They steal it away from Blyden, and an easy layup for Cooper George. Cartagena up top, goes right to Moore. Now left side Dotson, back up top, Cartagena is there. Left side Dotson had the open look, but lost the ball. Cartagena tries Dotson left again. Dotson into the corner for Moore. Nothing doing. Dotson, a long three is good.
Now Dotson leads the team in three-point attempts, and I believe he's 2 for 3 tonight.
He's got 8 points in the first half already. George up top for the Bruins with 8.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Matthews at the line. Gives it to Turner. Turner drives in, blocked by Blyden. Now Moore gets a pass, left side, 3, good.
Yeah, I figured that. A couple threes and a quick timeout now taken by the Bruins. 27-14, 8:15 to go in the first half now.
And Bruins already burned 2 timeouts. We still got 8:15 to play.
Yeah, those three-pointers will really make you think about what you're doing. Got to get the defense out there, and that's going to open up the underneath now for Jinx and for Wade. Once they get underneath there and they get set up, those three-pointers, they can fake the threes and go right underneath the basket.
And it's Burchett right now with 2 fouls. Jinx has 1. And we've only seen Tommy Wade for 4 minutes of playing time on the court floor here in the first half.
I don't know if something's wrong with Wade or what. He started the game. We haven't seen him since.
North Greenville right now on a 6-2 scoring run, trying to pull away from the Bruins here in the first half.
Once again, just a reminder that this will be our final game for November. That's actually going to be on the North Greenville Sports Network on the 29th. Channel 40 will be in to cover the men's game. The women's game will be here, but we will not be covering that game. We'll join you again on December the 1st for men's basketball here at Hayes Gymnasium.
Bruins start off with the ball. Ellenwood to Riddle for 2. Off the rim, no good. Blyden on the rebound. Now it's Cartagena. Right side, Moore. Moore brings it around, bounce pass to Dotson. Dotson in the corner, Cartagena will try a 3, good.
That's at least 3 consecutive three-pointers for Crusaders now.
Ellenwood, George, and now looking for Matthews as a foul is called.
Foul number 13, Troy Blyden.
Against Blyden.
Team 6.
First foul against Blyden and 1 more team foul, and Bob Jones will be in the bonus for the rest of the half. Inbound goes to Turner. Turner, senior for the Bruins at Alpharetta, Georgia. Now to the far side for Justin Matthews. Back to Cooper George. George gathers the ball back in. Now to Kilo, who's back in. Kilo with the spin move, fires it out to Ellenwood. Now to Turner, baseline jumper, no good. And it's rebounded by the Crusaders. Cartagena looks to take it himself now stops short, pulls out of the circle and heads back to the half-court stripe. Pass to Moore, back to Cartagena for 3. Up and no good. Rebounded by Ellenwood.
Yeah, Jinx had to be real careful there not to get that other foul.
And now the Bruins can't convert after George couldn't get it to fall. It's out of bounds and off of Bob Jones.
Crusader ball. Entering the game for the Crusaders, number 24, Tommy.
Now here's Tommy Wade back in. Now Kilo for Bob Jones has that right knee taped up pretty good, but he doesn't seem to be favoring it at all, so maybe just a cut. The officials will pull you out for that. So Kilo looks like he will be able to continue at full strength. In the meantime, Cartagena for North Greenville with the ball. It's under 6.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Crusaders lead at 30-14. Wade at the free throw line. Dotson's going to try a long 3. He missed it, no good. Cartagena gets the rebound after Wade knocks it back. Cartagena drives inside to Wade for the dunk, and he kind of got it.
What a good play by Wade that time, went right to the basket.
And he thought better of that dunk. He was in traffic, and so he just tried to lay it up and in. Now Cartagena with a steal to Dotson, back to Cartagena. Left side Moore, underneath Wade. Runs into a man and gets called for the charge.
Yeah, tried that move a second time. The first time it worked, that time it did not work.
Wade's first foul, and the Bruins will be in the bonus for the final 5:51.
Crusaders showing pressure now.
Yeah, that they are. They have gone into a full court press. Bob Jones escapes. 2 points for Dustin Kilo. Well, it might not be time for that full court press.
Yeah, 5.5 to go in the first half.
Here's Moore driving in from the corner, takes a bump and gets fouled.
Foul called, 15, Cooper George.
Goes against Cooper George. That'll be his first, and Bob Jones is at 14 fouls. Inbound goes to Cartagena to Moore for 3 from the corner. Too strong. Matthews pulls it down. Now a shot from the free throw line. Rattles out from Turner. Cartagena will bring it into front court for NGU. Back to Moore. Dotson. And around left side Cartagena. Now Wade will try a shot. Off the backboard, no good. Knocked out of bounds off of Dotson. And it will be Bob Jones' ball. Coming up after this timeout with 4:59 left to play. North Greenville up 16, 32-16.
Back to the Hayes Gymnasium. Great crowd on hand tonight for the men's game.
Yeah, I only expect these crowds to get bigger in size as the season progresses. As Kilo with a spin move misses the shot over the head of number 11, Jalen Coakley.
Yeah, then he made a mistake fouling it when he couldn't get the rebound.
His first, team fifth.
And Kilo with his first foul. Team's fifth for Bob Jones. Jinks up top, hands it off left to Coakley. Coakley underneath, Jinks fadeaway jumper, got it, nothing but net.
John Bailey, number 33, John Jinks.
34-16, Bob Jones with Chapman Harwood. Cooper George, and now Kilo steps into a three, he hits it.
Triple A, number 21.
Yeah, no doubt about that knee now. It just had to have been a scratch. Good three-pointer.
Cartagena with under 4 minutes to go, goes left, gives it to Tommy Wade. He gets it back, does Cartagena, tries to drive in, puts it up, and a nice roll on that one.
Number 15, with Cartagena.
I think Cartagena was expecting the foul there and didn't get it.
He gets 2 points, as here is a foul.
Foul call, number 11, Jalen Coakley.
And it is against Coakley. So that will send Kilo to the line for 1 and 1.
Coming in for the Bruins, number 13, Jason Barnhart.
Barnhart back in for the Bruins. And here comes the 1 and 1 from Kilo. He doesn't get the first one, but it's tipped back in.
Ball 15, number 13, Jason Barnhart.
And Bob Jones gets 2 as a result. Now Cartagena at the other end, fade away for 2, and he's got it.
Number 15, Cartagena.
Cartagena feeling the shots now. Looks like he wants to take over the game.
Harwood gets fouled by Cartagena.
Foul on number 15, Miguel Reyes Cartagena. Who's first? Team
That will
nine.
again send Bob Jones back to the line.
Number 2, Tyler Crawford. And number 10,
DJ Brooks and Tylen Crawford check in for
1-1.
NGU.
Bruins.
A 1 and 1 coming up for Harwood. He doesn't get the first one. Gets his own rebound though. Gets blocked by John Jenks.
Design, number 33, John Jinks.
Yeah, the great block that time. Nothing but ball.
Inbound goes to Barnhart outside the circle. Now Riddle will try a 3. That's off target. And Crawford with the rebound. Goes to Brooks. Brooks will bring it into front court. 3 minutes to go in the first half. NGU leading 38-21. Coakley to Brooks. Left side to Moore. Now back to Brooks. Brooks around Jinks, right side. Goes to Moore, long 2 is good. Can't leave Matt Moore open like that. Bob Jones gave him plenty of space. As here come the Bruins. Matthews for 3, far side corner is good.
Number 2, Justin Matthews.
And it's a 16-point lead, 40-24 for NGU. Brooks around to the right side. 3 on the way from Coakley. Off the left side, no good. Here comes Matthews on the right. Trying to drive around Crawford, and a foul.
Foul call, number 2, Tyler Crawford.
Against Crawford.
He's first. Team nine.
Coach Lister a little upset on that. The Crusaders taking their shots way too soon. And then on the transition back, the early foul.
2 shots for number 2, Justin Matthews. Now the first one drops in.
Looked like that free throw went in twice. Looked like it went in and it came out and went back in again.
Tries for the second one, he's got them both, and the lead's down to 14. Brooks will bring it into front court, fire it past to Moore with 2 minutes to go. Jinks up top, heads to the right side, goes back to Brooks. Underneath looking for Jinks, has it stolen away by Ellenwood. On the break for Bob Jones, and a layup for Kilo.
Yeah, textbook play that time, just like they did in practice.
And now here's Brooks. Heads left, gives it to Moore. Moore back up to Jinks. Coakley has it, trying to drive down the middle lane, and gets the offensive foul.
Actually, that was a good block by number 21, Kilo. He got nothing but ball, and there was nothing the Crusader could do, just go ahead and walk with it.
See what Ellenwood can bring the lead back down to a single-point deficit. Far side corner for Matthews. Matthews drives inside, puts it up, doesn't get the shot, but he is fouled.
Yeah, who'd they call it on? They call it on Jinks? Yeah, Jinks, yeah. That's going to take him out of the game, I think, or very close to it. Getting in trouble with fouls now. 1:10 to go in the half.
He has 2, Coakley has 2, and Burchett has 2 as well, which is why we haven't heard a lot from Burchett here late in the first half.
Yeah, I think that's the third on Jinks, and Wade's going to come in for him now.
So that's 3 Crusaders now at 2 fouls. So Coach Lister trying to see if he can take it to halftime. Free throw is good, and it is a 10-point lead for Bob Jones.
Now the Crusaders have an interesting lineup on the floor. Now they got Cartagena and DJ Brooks, both of normally one or the other's a point guard.
Matt Moore has it right side, final minute. Moore drives into the line, back out to Crawford. Crawford left side, Brooks. Brooks brings it back up top. Backing up to the half-court stripe, goes inside, dishes out Cartagena, open for 3, far side, off the rim, no good. Bruins on the rebound. Here goes Ellenwood underneath the Kilo, and again he's behind the defense.
Crusaders have to be very careful now. There's only an 8-point lead.
16-8 run in favor of Bob Jones.
Now the Bruins are coming back.
Crawford right side, Cartagena up top, left side Brooks. Brooks back up top, Crawford will try a 3, got it. Shot clock is off. Bob Jones will see if they get the last look. Ellenwood on the left side, cuts it back up top, 5 seconds. Dishes out, stolen by Crawford, and Crawford gets fouled.
Yeah, that steal by Crawford made it a 5-point play that time. 3 down on one end, and stealing the ball saved the 2. 43-32 with 2.5 seconds to go in the half. Now the Crusaders are going to take a timeout now and get the pizza ordered for halftime.
Justin Matthews picks up his second foul, 16 foul against Bob Jones. And again, some early foul trouble already for North Greenville. Jinks, Burchett, and Coakley each with 2 personal fouls, but we have 2.5 seconds left in the first half, so it's highly unlikely we'll see them back in for this half. Before that run, Bob Jones was shooting 28% from the floor back when they had 16. Then they went on a 16-8 run. It'll be very interesting to see what their numbers are after that. North Greenville is shooting 46%, and they've let some costly turnovers get them. And Dustin Kilo is snuck behind the defense for Bob Jones. Final chance for Cartagena. Steps in for a 3. No good. Off the backboard. And that will bring us to halftime. 43-32, North Greenville leads it. We'll be back just before the second half gets underway. Hopefully we'll have some numbers by then to give you. And we'll bring you the second half of this men's basketball game here between North Greenville and Bob Jones.
We apologize for the stats. The live stats are still the women's game, but we're going to try to get those updated for you for the second half. We'll be right back on the North Greenville Sports Network.
Athletics would like to thank its sponsors. Pepsi, AutoZone Custom Wraps, Hampton Inn of Travelers Rest, Nate's Pizza, the Trial Corporation, Lowe's of Greer, Sherman Construction, Trade Tire and Automotive, Nike, the Sand Group, 50 Rio State Farm, George Coleman Ford, Scotts of Greer, and our newest sponsor, the Inn on Tiger Meadow, located just south of the North Greenville campus. Thank you all for the continued sponsorship of North Greenville Athletics and its athletes.
You know I work. You know I work. You know I You know I trill. I be on my job, what I do. Working hard, like nights. Social clubbing, grinding, yeah, we on that rail. I got my music up, and you know what's up. I can't get enough, and it may be hard, and it may be tough, but you know I gotta work. We just love souls, and the baby kids working cause I wanna show them that there's a better life to live. Step up in your hood, and I'm like, what you think? Try to win the soul, every day. West side, yeah, I'm in the back. Working, trying to put my city on, but I'm with haters. What's the what I do, where I go. Try to hold me, try to stop me by talking no stuff about me. Think you ain't and think it's right. Sayonara, I would give you a longer speech, but I'm not gonna waste my time. You know I gotta work. We got the big vision of the kid's kid, living out our dreams, all goals in the distance. I'ma keep running with persistence till I raise so fast. We find it in the field. You know I didn't work cheap anymore. Got me strung around my neck. You know I
Bringing you back for the start of the second half here on the North Greenville Sports Network. Crusaders taking on the Bruins of Bob Jones. North Greenville leading it right now, 43-32. At the end of that first half, it was Matt Moore with 8 points. Miguel Reyes Cartagena tallying up 10. Justin Dotson also with 8. John Jinks with 6, but in a little bit of foul trouble, as we stated earlier. Bob Jones still ahead in the turnover battle, 6-4. The lower that number is, the better in shape you are. Meanwhile, Dustin Kilo, who went out with a cut to the right knee for a few minutes in the first half, came back in and has rallied up 12 points for the Bruins. Justin Matthews also up there with 9. And Bob Jones did close out the half, shooting better than with 5 minutes to go, 36% from the floor. North Greenville shooting right at 50%.
I noticed Dotson having a lot of 3 attempts too. Yeah, he leads the team on the three-point attempts.
Yeah, he's got 4.
Yeah, I think that gives him like 24 in the season now.
But again, Miguel Reyes Cartagena with 10 total points, 5 attempted threes, 2 of those made, and also a steal for him. As the Bruins get us started, we are underway for the second half of this 40-minute ball game. Bruins trying to get the first points of the game, can't do it. Corey Turner misses from left side. Cartagena into front court, right side for Moore. Moore up top, Jinks. Back right side, Cartagena's there. Underneath, looking for Jinks, can't get it to him, and it's a turnover back to Bob Jones.
Once again, the Crusaders seem to be forcing the issue instead of just playing their game.
Into front court with Nate Ellenwood. Now to Matthews on the right side. At the line. And called for the travel is Matthews.
Crusader ball.
North Greenville gets it back, leading 43-32. Jinks at the top of the circle, looking left, goes to Moore. Moore pulled back a 3, gives it to Jinks, and the offensive foul. And that's his 3rd, coming here in the opening minute of the second half.
Crusaders decided to start the second half big with Wade and Jinks both on the court.
3 on the way from Riddle, no good. Tommy Wade with the rebound. Ja Jinks stays in with 3 fouls as Cartagena brings it into front court. At the top of the key, now right side for Moore in the corner. Moore brings it out, gets stolen by Riddle. Riddle in traffic, heads to the far side, gives it to Matthews for 3, no good. And Moore lets it go out of bounds.
Crusader ball.
Here's Cartagena for NGU. Lob pass up to Jinks. Jinks back to Cartagena for 3. No good, but he's fouled.
Yeah, not a good foul to give a guy when he's taking a 3.
His second, team first.
He'll head to the line for 3 shots.
Yeah, this could be 3 easy points when the clock stopped too.
Second foul against Nate Ellenwood as the first shot is no good. And first team foul against Bob Jones. Second shot's good, still one more to go. Rattles in, and it's Bruins ball at North Greenville leading 45-32. Matthews left side, trying to go up against Wade, and at the line, easy jumper for Turner, who cashes that in. Comes Cartagena, heads to the right side, passes that way for Burchett. Up top, Jenks is there, heads to the far side, and he'll give it to Wade. Wade trying to fake out his man, passes to Moore, still on the left side. Moore back outside the circle, has the ball knocked out of his hand by Matthews.
Crusaders have to be careful now, 12 on the shot clock.
They can't let the ball get away from me again because that 12 seconds can run down awfully quick if you're not looking at the clock. Burchett lobbing up for Jenks, brings it down, puts the shot up, and he's fouled. Kilo got him by the right arm.
Dangerous pass under the basket that time. Just another inch or two off, and he'd hit the rim, and it would have been a quick turnover for the Bruins.
They'll send Jenks to the line, second foul against Kilo, and team second. Jenks gets it in. And Jenks improves on that, 2 for 2. And he is now 4 of 4 from the line. North Greenville leads 47-34. Bob Jones trying to answer. Turner drives inside, passes out to the corner. Kilo left side, makes a move inside, gets hacked and fouled. And that should be 4 against Jenks.
Yeah, Jenks thought that was a bad call. He thought he had all ball on that one. And he knows he's going to the bench here.
It'll send Kilo to the line. He's 0 for 1. Now give him 1 for 2. Second one goes in as well.
Crusaders still with a double-digit lead. They're not real concerned at this point, but they're going to have to put something together here.
Here's Burchett up top, Wade, and now Moore. Moore brings around circle, gives it back to Burchett. Burchett tries a fadeaway jumper, no good. Rebounded by Riddle. Bob Jones with a chance to cut back to single digits. Riddle launches a long 3, missed it. Gets a second chance on the offensive rebound. Here comes Turner. He'll try, blocked by Howell. Bob Jones lucky to recover that one. As here's Matthews still up top. Left side to Kilo. Kilo at the free throw line. Spins around Cartagena. Fadeaway jumper, short, no good. Cartagena for Burchett. Through 2 defenders, gives it to Howell, who gets the roll good. And now at the other end, Riddle gets called for the charge.
Yeah, basket would not have counted anyway. Bruins a little bit out of control all of a sudden. They were playing the control game, and now they're running gun, and they're not getting the rolls or the shots.
Bob Jones still very much alive in this thing, down 13. They went on a 16-8 run earlier. They could use one here. Here's Dotson on the right side, drives in, goes to Burchett for three, short, no good. Rebounded into the hands of Howell. Now Cartagena will try, he's got it.
For 3.
Crusaders definitely needed that 3, forcing this timeout now.
Timeout taken by Bob Jones. Well, it seems they're adopting similar strategy we saw in the women's game, where you get within a minute of that media timeout you know is coming up, and so you call timeout, play about no more than a minute, and get another timeout free of charge.
Yeah, you get like a 2-for-1 on that one.
So time called on the floor. North Greenville leading 52-36 here on the North Greenville Sports Network.
Kill us now. Go get the yellow tape. Hey, put me 6 feet in the ground and watch a great escape. I promise ain't a 6-shooter that can keep me down. My guy's so official. That's a technical foul. Was engineered in my mother's womb for God's glory. Plenty things in the Constitution.
Popcorn, and other refreshments.
Now I got my head straight. Jesus reign. And from his name I will stand under pressure and take the pain. And if they drop us this promise, we'll take it to the grave. That tonight we may die, but tonight is my game.
Bob Jones will have the ball coming out of the timeout. 15:55 to go here in the second half. Bruins inbound. We're back underway. Matthews with it at the top of the key, guarded by Wade. Dishes out, now it's on the right side in the hands of Kilo for a long 2, it hits.
Block made, number 21, Dustin Keogh.
Injury update too. Matt Moore getting some treatment by the trainer over on the far side.
Looks like they're looking at his left arm. As here comes Wade, he'll step into a 3, and Tommy Wade hits it. Now Matthews looking to respond, looking right side for Kilo. He'll try a 3. That's no good. Had Justin Dotson in his face. Cartagena on the rebound. Cartagena drives inside the circle, now spins back out. Looks left, goes right. Dishes behind us, back to Wade. Back to Cartagena, and now moves to the left side. Cartagena again trying to open up a lane down the middle. Nothing doing, has Kilo in his way. Cartagena, one-handed shot, gets it.
Cartagena taking over the game again now. He did that in the first half.
Yeah, led the team at the end of the half with 10, increasing on that total here as this rattles out. No good from Barnhart. North Greenville again on the rebound. Cartagena up for Howell, who skies for that one, gets tangled up, and a foul.
Foul called, number 2, Justin
And
Matthews.
time called on the court floor with 14:20 left to play in the second half. North Greenville stretching out their lead to 19. But Dave, Bob Jones hacked away at it again. Do they have another push that they can try and get going here in the second half?
We've seen that in just about all the sports that we've covered here. The timeout leads to a momentum switch. So a lot of these timeouts are well called by the coaches. At this level, it's amazing to see how good these coaches really are. We also don't say enough about the officiating crew doing a very good job again tonight. Staying with these players back and forth. I know it's hard on these officials to run up and down with these kids.
Yeah, everybody's got to be in good shape.
Yeah, for most of us here in the broadcast booth, the only time we run is to the concession stand.
Yeah, you are exactly right.
Once again, we invite you to come out to Hayes Gymnasium and watch a game with us. And again, if you do, come by, just say hello, wave at us, bring us something to drink. Anything you want to do, let us know you're here.
Yeah, I'm out of water. Cartagena looking for the inbound, has to sling it all the way into back court. Cartagena coming out of that timeout has gotten 17 points since we started the half. Or 7 more points since we started this half for a total of 17. That 3 misses from Dotson. Bruins on the rebound, 3 versus 2. Now everybody else catches up. Bruins into backcourt. Nice job by keeping it in by Cooper George. 3 on the way from Riddle, can't hit it. Rebounded by Kilo, and a backcourt violation called against George. As he tried to hurdle the half-court line.
Yeah, he actually got into the forecourt, but he didn't establish it before he got the ball.
NGU ball with under 14 minutes to go. Cartagena around Howell, and a foul under the basket.
Foul called number 21, Dustin Kilo.
It's against Kilo, and his third, the leading scorer of the Bruins with 16 points. 5 team fouls against Bob Jones. Inbound goes to Blyden, to Cartagena. Cartagena backs out of the circle. Changes things up, motions to Blyden, goes up for Howell at the line. Now to Dotson outside the circle. Dotson steps back out, steps back in, drives, gives it to Howell, and a offensive foul against Dotson. Trying to plead his case over there.
Yeah, Dotson is a designated three-point shooter again tonight for the Crusaders. Seems like whenever he gets a chance to take a shot, he steps back and fires that 3.
A little bit of Division I experience on the North Greenville squad. Dotson transfer from Stephen F. Austin out of Texas. 3 on the way, no good from Ellenwood. Dotson gets the rebound. Forward to Burchett. Burchett in the paint, loses the ball, picked up by Kilo. He goes to George. George has it all the way in for 2. And the inbound sails past Cartagena, so a costly mistake or a mental error will give the ball back to the Bruins in front court.
I think that fast break by the Bruins just threw the Crusaders off. They're out of sync right now.
Well, the lead was 19. Bruins starting another run. Left side for Kilo, trying to get around Cartagena. Fallback jumper, no good. Rebounded offensively by Ellenwood. He'll go all the way over to Barnhart. Now a 3 on the way from Riddle. It's good.
Just a reminder, Gray, they came out of that timeout, and it's been all Bruins since that timeout.
It's a 5-0 run for Bob Jones as they try to keep it going. Cartagena left side for Burchett. Burchett up top to Howell. Now here's Dotson. Dotson down the middle, puts it up, doesn't get the roll, but he's fouled.
Foul called number 3, Nate Ellenwood. His third.
It's against Ellenwood, so a couple of Bruins climbing up the foul charts. And one more foul against Bob Jones. North Greenville will be in the bonus.
Coach Lister mixing it up a little bit for the Crusaders, having players on the floor that don't normally play with each other.
Coming to the game for the Bruins is number 12, Chapman Harwood.
Dotson missed that free throw. I think he'd been better off if he'd have taken a couple steps back in that three-point area and shoot that free throw from back there.
Dotson able to get those free throws in. It's 58-43. It stems the tide of the Bruins for the moment. Right side with Matthews, brings it up top, trying to get Riddle on the run. And a foul is called against NGU before the basket.
I'm really impressed with this Bruins squad. They definitely brought their A game tonight. Showing me something I had not seen the Bruins play, but I was a little apprehensive with what kind of game they're going to bring, but they brought their A game, and they're playing very well. The score doesn't show it,
Crusaders, number 10.
but the Bruins have put on a good show.
Yeah, certainly playing well above their 1-6 record. As here they look for another 2. Don't get it from Matthews. Dotson pulls the rebound away. Dotson back the other way. Gets around one man, puts the shot up. Doesn't get the roll, but he's fouled.
Foul call, number 13, Jason Barnhart. His first, team 7.
And North Greenville will be in the bonus for the rest of the half at 17 fouls against Bob Jones, so that makes that hole more difficult to climb out of for the Bruins. Dotson rattles out the first one.
Justin Dotson making the most of his time on the floor. Especially the second half, he's really played above his regular game.
Getting his first free throws in here on these last 2 fouls. Able to get that one to go. It's 59-43.
Yeah, once again, missing the first, making the second.
Here comes Harwood, looking to Riddle. Turner loses the ball, goes after it. Fakes a pass to Riddle, goes back right to Matthews. Matthews back up to George. Left side corner, Riddle, 3, no good. Rebounded by the Bruins. Here comes another jumper. That one is good from Turner.
Yeah, Turner's made two or three of those little short baby jumpers right there in the paint.
Right side, Dotson. Boxed out by 2 defenders. Now a free throw line jumper is good from Blyden. Harwood into front court, slings it to Turner. Turner back out to Matthews, drives underneath, behind the back, in and good.
Good play that time. Nice layup. Use that left hand.
North Greenville at the other end with Brooks. Now Dotson gets around one defender. Nice dribble from Blyden. Missed it off the bottom of the rim. Good spin move by Matthews to bring it in front court. Looking for Turner. Lands in the hands of Brooks. To Dotson. 2-on-1 advantage. Dotson fakes the pass. Lays it up. Doesn't get the roll. Foul called before the shot.
Foul call, number 12, Chapman Harwood.
It is against Chapman Harwood. So 18 fouls for the Bruins.
Justin Dotson to the line.
And for the 3rd straight time, Dotson to the line.
And Dotson's going to get those free throws by his aggressive play underneath the basket, as opposed to those 3-pointers he was shooting earlier today.
Missed the first one.
Coming to the game for the Crusaders, number 5, Matt
Dotson holds to his pattern. He's been missing the first one, making the second one. He should get this one now.
Entering the game for the Bruins, number 21, Dustin Keogh.
Well, he didn't get the second one.
Well, he's changing it up on us.
Now the Bruins with a chance to capitalize. Matthews right side around Blyden. Fires the pass over the head of Harwood and back to NGU.
Yeah, I almost got that one. Almost made it up here to the booth.
Coming into the game for the Bruins, number 3, Nate.
And I had it all the way too, Gray.
Can't wait for men's volleyball season. Yeah, we might be in the way of a few digs come that time. Another foul on the right end of the court. And Bob Jones is not helping themselves. As again, they send Dotson back to the line again.
And Dotson's going to have his mail delivered to the line now. This is the 4th time in a row.
Second foul against Cooper George, 9th team foul against Bob Jones. Makes a first one.
Dotson figured out to shoot the second one first.
See if he can get the second one to drop as well. He's 2 for 2 on that trip at 63-47. Halfway in the second half. Left side pass for Kilo. Around Moore. Doesn't look at the basket, looking for help. Goes to Turner. Turner looks to the basket, now turns back looking for Harwood. Harwood to George. Back to Turner, fadeaway jumper, no good. Dotson on the rebound to Moore. Moore spins around to Brooks. And Brooks will back up. Brooks goes right, looking for Dotson. 3, no good. Rebounded by Wade to Blyden. Blyden will have a try. He gives it to Wade, and Wade is called for the offensive foul.
Yeah, that off arm pushed off that time. So now he's starting to get in foul trouble.
Oh, they call it on Blyden.
Oh, that's good for Wade. I thought they called it on Wade in the beginning.
It's good for Wade, but not good for Blyden. He's up to 3 fouls. 9:24 to go. North Greenville leading 63-47.
North Greenville Athletics would like to thank all of the student workers from the sport management program who are working tonight's game. Thank you for your hard work and support at North Greenville Athletics.
And we're back at Hayes Gymnasium. 9:24 to go in the ball game. Crusaders leading 63-47. I am Dave Parson, along with our play-by-play man, Gray Sutherland.
Bob Jones gets the ball coming out of the second media timeout. And then this game, North Greenville's led for I think all but 1 point as the Bruins get another offensive rebound, and Riddle misses a 3 off the right side, and another rebound for the Bruins. Ellenwood with the putback.
Yeah, 3 Crusaders that time fighting for the ball, and none of them wanted it.
34 total rebounds for North Greenville to Bob Jones's 26, but 11 of those Bruins rebounds have been offensive. And that total just grew. That's DJ Brooks at the other end, able to count in 3.
I love the point guard combination of Cartagena and Brooks. When one's in, the other one's out, and they don't lose a thing.
Bruins looking to counter. Here's Riddle, left side. Steps in for a long 2, hits it.
Shot made, number 22, Marshall Riddle.
Brooks across the half-court line, goes to Wade. Wade looking left, finds Moore. Moore at the line, drives inside, loses the ball, and it is the foul against North Greenville.
Foul called number 13.
Against Blyden, and that is his 4th. So Jinks has 4, Blyden has 4. Turner outside the arc, looking for Riddle, left side, gets it to him, puts it up, blocked by Burchett.
Number 13, Troy Blyden.
And Blyden too. As Brooks back in the front court, clock runs under 8 to play. Moore to Wade. Wade hands it to Blyden. 10 on the shot clock. Blyden, fadeaway jumper, no good. On the rebound, Ellenwood. And the Bruins unable to convert at the other end. Pass sails high over the head of Riddle.
Crusader ball.
And it's back to NGU.
Yeah, the Bruins looked off that pass, looked right, looked left, and passed it right. I think he fooled his own players.
Looked every which way but the intended target. Brooks fires it right to Burchett. Burchett up top to Jenks, now left side for Wade. Now Moore behind Jenks for three, no good. Again, Ellenwood pulls down another rebound. Forward to Matthews, left side. Matthews around and has his pockets picked by Brooks, but he's out of bounds.
Ball dribble out of bounds. Controlled by the Bruins.
Inbound to Turner, 7 minutes to go. A foul against Bob Jones as the shot was good, but it won't count from Riddle.
Offensive foul called number 21, Dustin Keogh. His fourth, team 10.
And the leading scorer for Bob Jones is at 4 fouls. Dustin Kilo
George.
will have to take a seat. Brooks goes left side to Burchett. Burchett up top, Wade, now Moore. Moore brings it back left, Jenks, Burchett heads around right. Good dribble, outside the arc to Wade, thought about three, pulled it back, now he'll give it to Brooks for three, got it!
Yeah, it was a good shot for DJ Brooks. Got that one to go.
The lead is 18. Bob Jones, Turner, Riddle, boxed out quickly. Pass outside the arc, now free throw line jumper, no good from Turner. Ball's kept inbound by Matthews, now all the way to far side, three on the way from Riddle, that's good.
Bruins coaching staff liked that basket, but they've been exceptionally quiet on the bench.
And running out of time.
Yeah, the coach just hasn't been calling plays in or having any emotion.
Brooks will try another three, it's short. Bruins with Ellenwood. Ellenwood given fits by Brooks. Brooks going for the steal, gets it. One-on-one with Ellenwood, gets around him, lobs it in, gets it in.
Costly turnover by the Bruins that time. A little misattention, and Brooks just took it away.
71-54. Now Ellenwood takes it himself. No, he gives it up to Matthews, and a foul called on the rebound.
Foul number 24, Tommy Wade. His second, team 7.
Against Wade for his second. That foul puts Bob Jones into the bonus. North Greenville has already hit the double bonus.
Yeah, Coach Lister's asking the officials to explain that one, but the officials ignoring him.
I just give him the evil glare. First shot, no good from Matthews.
Coming to the game for the Crusaders, number 15, Miguel Reyes, Cartagena.
Cartagena checks back
And
in.
the Bruins, number 12, Chapman Harwood.
Harwood for the Bruins. Second shot short. Jenks is back in with 4 fouls. He gets the rebound. Cartagena around Jenks, left side to Burchett. Burchett looking underneath, finds Jenks again. Jenks going up against Turner, bumps into him, puts the shot up in and good.
Yeah, Jenks just muscled his way in that time. Turner had no answer.
I think Jenks is going to go for it now. As here's Turner up top for 3, that's good.
Yeah, Turner answered him that time though with a 3.
Anything I can do, you can do better.
Yep. Jenks has definitely got the height advantage on Turner, but
He does. Turner 6'4", Jenks looking at 6'8". Cartagena going back to him, up against Turner, and the offensive foul.
yeah, Jenks just lowered that shoulder. He knew better. Coach Lister not happy with that play.
His fifth, team 8.
And that is it for Ja Jenks in tonight's game.
Crusaders.
puts 18 fouls on the scoreboard against NGU. Crusaders lead it right now 73-57, 4:25 left to go in the game.
And we're back to Hayes Gymnasium on the campus of North Greenville University here in Tigerville, South Carolina on a beautiful Thursday, November the 17th, 2016. We thank you for joining us on the North Greenville Sports Network. Bob Jones University Bruins in here to play the Crusaders basketball.
And the Bruins rebound night continues to be a strong one. 32 total rebounds, 14 offensive, 18 defensive. This is a strength for the Bruins. They will hopefully look to build on as this season gets underway. Near side for Riddle for three. Again, that's short, rebounded by Dotson. North Greenville, they plain and simple, they just need to get more offensive boards. Only 8 for this game so far. As Cartagena puts it up, no good, he's fouled.
Foul called, number 55, Corey Turner.
That's against Turner.
His second.
And basketball 101, take it to the hoop. Good things are going to happen.
Cartagena at the line makes the first shot. Second foul against Turner. And with that one, Cartagena is now 3 of 4. They'll make them 4 or 5. 75-57, North Greenville continuing to maintain their lead, but they haven't really been able to pull away. Matthews on the right side for the Bruins. Can't get around Wade. Goes to Barnhart, now up top for Kilo, who's back in. Fires a shot, no good. Rebounded by Wade. Kilo's sitting at 4 fouls. And this one's going to be picked up by Matthews.
His fourth.
And we had Dotson make several trips to the line. Looks like it's Cartagena's turn.
Yeah, Cartagena's been really good tonight. Not only at the point guard, but also making these free throws.
Able to get that one in. North Greenville shooting just shy of 60% from the line for the game as he can't get the second one to go in, so it is 76-57 with just over 3 minutes to go. Matthews right side, over the top of Wade, can't get it to drop. Rebounded by Dotson. We'll go to Cartagena down the near side. Cartagena on the right side of the circle, fires it to Wade. Wade, Dotson. Dotson back out to Cartagena, and they'll look to chew some clock. Now Cartagena drives inside, fires it back out Dotson. Still time on the shot clock. Dotson flings it up, no good. Rebounded by Burchett, but out of bounds.
Rebound deflected out of bounds. Controlled by the Bruins. Here in the game for the Crusaders, number 14, Corey Walters.
And Walker in for the Crusaders now for the first time, I believe, this evening.
Yeah, there's a new face for the Crusaders on the floor. Number 14, Corey Walters, a freshman out of Kershaw, South Carolina.
And we're at that point of the game where they just got to put the ball up now.
Rebound in and good for number 13 for Bob Jones, Jason Barnhart, after Riddle missed the first shot. 76-59, North Greenville trying to run out this clock for the final 2:20. As Howell passed it right into the face of Kilo as he stole it away, I guess you can say, as Riddle gets fouled at the other end. And it is against Roderick Howell for his first, and North Greenville's up to 9 team fouls that will send Marshall Riddle to the line.
Yeah, I hate to see that foul on Howell because at the other end he just lost the ball.
Riddle makes his first free throw of the night.
And you mentioned it before, Gray, we're at that time of the game where it's go or go home time.
Yep. You want to make a new basketball rule. If you're under 5 minutes, either you pull away or you let the other team come back. See if North Greenville can pull away. Final 2 minutes, up by 15. Cartagena left side, flips it back to Dotson. Dotson to Wade. Wade fighting for the basket, gets fouled.
Foul called, number 13, Jason Barnhart.
Against Barnhart for his second. We'll send Tommy Wade to the line. And Wade for his first free throws of the night. Able to get them both in.
1:52 to go in the game now.
Ellenwood underneath to Barnhart, puts the shot up and in off the glass.
Shot made for number 13.
Time is not in Bob Jones's favor.
Bruins having the right idea, putting the ball at the hoop quickly, and they've waited just a little bit too long to do it, I'm afraid.
Cartagena goes to Dotson with 1:30 to go. Wade up top, edge right side, gives it up to Crawford. Crawford guarded by Barnhart to Dotson. Dotson looking for space, tries the middle, has a shot blocked, rebounded by Ellenwood. Ellenwood 3-on-2, out to Riddle, near side three, no good. Gets the rebound, out to Barnhart. Now up top, Matthews three is no good. Way with the rebound as we are into the final minute.
Yeah, it's just a kill the clock time now for the Crusaders. 78-63.
And Cartagena gets fouled with 53 seconds to go.
I really like the play of Cartagena tonight. He came out early in the game and decided that he was just going to take the game over, and that's what he did. Noticed a couple times he was in there with Brooks. Rare to see both the point guards in like that.
Cartagena having a good night, 17 total points, 4 assists and a steal, and 2 rebounds. There goes Ellenwood. He'll put it off the glass, gets his own rebound, and missed the first shot, doesn't miss the second. 35 seconds to go. Cartagena into front court. He will have to take a shot. 30 seconds to go. Cartagena around one man inside, loses the ball, out of bounds, back to the Bruins.
No points, but they killed a lot of time.
And that will turn the shot clock off.
Yeah, 23.8 when he picks it up, and there we start the clock.
Ellenwood scoops it up. He loses the ball, gets it back, and wants a timeout.
Timeout, Bruins.
18.9 to go on the game clock now. 79-65, favor of the Crusaders. Looks like we're going to get a double win for the North Greenville Crusaders, the Lady Crusaders, and the men's team. We like to see that here. We noticed that Bob Jones, not only the women played well, but the men played exceptionally well. And we appreciate them making the short trip up from downtown Greenville. Just a reminder, the North Greenville Sports Network is going to take a short break. And our next scheduled broadcast, by my schedule, looks like December the 1st.
Yep.
And we'll have men's basketball again. And then we will shortly, after that, we'll start the men's volleyball. We'll be mixing in the volleyball and men and women's basketball.
Bob Jones looking for the final shot of the game as Ellenwood gets pressured, gets rid of it, goes to Turner. 10 seconds for Turner, puts up the shot, blocked it, he's fouled.
And they'll get the final shot, it looks like, but it'll be free throws.
Turner will head to the line. Up next for North Greenville, they will have a home game here on the 19th against Brevard at 2. We will not be here for that one, as Dave mentioned earlier. Then they will join the women's team on the road for their first conference game as they look to take on the King University Tornado. Turner makes a shot. Then they'll return back home for home games against Limestone on the 29th and then Catawba on the December the 1st.
And we're down to 7 seconds to go. North Greenville in no hurry.
Cartagena gives it to Crawford. Crawford won't even have to get it into front court, but he does so anyway at the final buzzer. So that will indeed do it. North Greenville able to hang on against Bob Jones in the men's game, 79-67. I won't be hearing that song in my sleep because I'll have to hear it tomorrow when I go down for the Saluda Landrum game.
Yeah, I remember it from my high school days. That was a long time ago.
So North Greenville able to get the sweep against Bob Jones in basketball. And again, like we did in the women's game, we'll take a look at the Moses Greer player of the game for the men's game.
Oh, I definitely have one in mind tonight.
I think we're both thinking the same thing.
Yeah, it's got to be Cartagena.
Yeah, Miguel Reyes Cartagena, big night for him.
He took the game over early and took it right to the final basket practically.
17 total points for Cartagena, a steal, 4 assists, 2 rebounds, 6 of 11 from the floor, 3 of 6 from beyond the arc. And these numbers are not updated, but I believe he went 4 of 6 from the free throw line. So a good night for Miguel Reyes Cartagena, the Moses Greer player of the game. Moses Greer right across from the bank of TR Branch over there on Wade Hampton. Go get you something good to eat tomorrow before you head out to your high school playoff games.
Yeah, that's a good place to stop too when you're out on the Black Friday shopping trip. You get into Greer and visit those fine folks over there and stop by Moe's and tell them you appreciate them sponsoring the player of the game up here for all of our North Greenville University sports.
So Powell, Donahue, and Cartagena, 3 players of the game in one day.
North Greenville University is primary sponsor. We'd like to thank you.
And Dave, you talked about, according to the schedule, our next broadcast will not be until December the 1st. The men's basketball team take on Catawba. Thus we'll take off the week for Thanksgiving, obviously. And right now it doesn't look like we're going to have any luck with the November 29th games.
Yeah, unfortunately we're not going to be able to help broadcast that, but we invite you to join Channel 40 as they will take over our broadcast booth for the men's game. And if you are interested in the women's basketball, we invite you to come out to Hayes Gymnasium. And as usual, the women will put on a great game as well.
So we'll take a breather and rejoin you in the month of December as we look to count out 2016 with a few more Crusader victories.
Yeah, we wish all of you a happy Thanksgiving and hope that if you travel safely and get back with us when we do return. And we're looking forward to a little broadcast time before we take the Christmas break. And then we'll rejoin you again after the first of the year with some follow-up basketball and probably starting some lacrosse before long.
Yeah, I think that picks up in February, along with softball, baseball. It's going to be a good spring.
Yeah, we'll be looking forward to those warm weather.
So for myself, Grace Sutherland, for Dave Parson, for Christian Athey and Alan Ellis on camera, and for Alan Cahaley producing, this has been the North Greenville Sports Network.